Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found a solution. Got a crazy kind of flow.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and you are here for your Wrestling Reportedly. Yes, the show where we talk about a whole bunch of different things going on in the wrestling world that everybody seems to be reporting on. We're going to talk about it. Usually we make fun of it a little bit more, but today we got one for you that is a little bit more serious. Why? Because Dead on Dave is dead on yet again. Something I've been talking about on this channel for 2 years, essentially the entire lifespan of the WWE network. I have been talking about how the best move that the WWE could possibly make, not only for itself, but for us as viewers and the wrestling industry as a whole, would be to bring in the independents, bring in the indies, bring in people, bring in new promotions to the network, not under the WWE banner, not as WWE products. Do not buy these independent productions and then just slap your brand, but with their name, like ECW, 2006-ish time frame, ECW. Don't do that. That doesn't work. But if you become the Netflix of the wrestling industry and bring in all of these different independent promotions and allow them to be showcased on your network, well, then you got something. And it seems like that's exactly where we are heading. All of the wrestling dirt sheet sites, Dave Meltzer, Wrestling Inc., they're all starting to report the same thing, that this looks to be an inevitability. And as early as 2017, we could be starting to see this change happen, and it's going to be pretty damn glorious. That's right. Apparently, behind the scenes, and this is from WrestlingInc.com, WWE is possibly bringing in these wrestling independents. There's just a lot of talk about it. It's ridiculous how much discussion there's been. And the promotions that are most hotly being sought seem to be Ring of Honor, Evolve, and CZW. Now, I want to make it very clear here that what is being proposed is not buying them up and putting them on. No, it's having a marketing deal, a distribution deal with the WWE to place their content on the WWE network. This allows the WWE to do great many things. One, showcase wrestling, which WWE needs to really do. Just showcase wrestling, not even if it's not just their own. Growing the wrestling industry should be the WWE's biggest interest at this moment. It really should. They have money. They are successful. WWE is not going under. It's not going to happen. It never will now. They are almost completely self-contained. They are almost self-assured success, but only as long as the wrestling industry is healthy. They are not the wrestling industry. They are a promotion within the wrestling industry. So now, as the industry leader, it is their responsibility, it really is, to try to resuscitate interest and the health, the overall health of that industry. And this is the best possible way that they can do it. And apparently, Vince really is starting to come around to this idea, and he is starting to take a shine to the hot indie scenes, and he wants them on the network. Now, WWE has issued many different surveys over the last year about price points if this were to happen, like buying extra packages, whatever the case may be. Now, it's kind of cool. They listed, when in this survey, they listed PWG, Shikara, Evolve, Dragon's Gate, OVW, AAW, CZW, Shimmer, SCW, Ring of Honor. I mean, everybody, all the independents, they listed them all there because they want to get as much feedback as humanly possible. Doing within the network itself is probably a little bit of a bad idea when you're just reaching out to your current subscribers, because I think this needs to be a bigger thing that they do on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever else, their Facebook pages. I think they need to push this, engage a wider wrestling audience opinion on it, because you already have subscribers. So getting their opinions on what more they want to see. Yes, it will give you an idea if doing this is going to keep them in your service, but it doesn't necessarily give you a lot of new information as far as overall growth of the channel in the future. Now, if you put that out in other social medias, you go ahead and you check both boxes. You're going to get your subscribers input and people who are not subscribed, what will bring them in. And different various price points, depending on the package that they choose, is a really good way of doing that. So let's just say TNA and Ring of Honor. You want to add select pay-per-views or weekly shows even. Maybe it's $5 to $10 more for all of their content. $10 more for all their content, $5 more for their pay-per-views. WWE takes $1 off of that and gives the rest to those two promotions. Boom. And WWE is probably going to take more than $1, but you understand what I'm saying here. There is a way to grow everybody and mutually assure the health and well-being of the wrestling industry, which if you've been a fan of this channel, you know is my only concern. It is the one thing that I concern myself with when I talk about wrestling on this channel is I don't give a shit if WWE itself goes under or builds an empire that lasts till the end of time. I don't care about that. As long as I'm being entertained one way or the other, I'm going to stick around. I'm going to watch who's ever entertaining me. And the reality is, in my opinion, the most entertaining product happens to be the WWE. Now, all different organizations, even Lucha, which I think is an unmitigated disaster most of the time, even has matches and wrestlers that I'm interested in. So there are things to watch in almost any organization, and highlighting them on the network is the smartest thing that they could possibly do. I hope it happens, and I hope it happens soon, because this is a game changer. Yes, the vaunted word, game changer. But this is something that can turn the industry, because if you are able to get the masses back into the wrestling industry, if you're able to get eyeballs on the wrestling industry, it allows you to take risks. It allows you to do things because your audience is going to demand it. It allows the attitude to come back, because you're not, when audiences shrink, you take less risks for sometimes. Like right now, you'll see the audience shrinking and they're going to take less risks, especially when you're still profitable like the WWE is. You're going to take less risks because you want to hold on to what you have. Because you understand, as long as you're holding that 3 million viewership that you're used to holding, that is perfectly fine. That's on televised network, obviously, USA. If you can hold somewhere around that, between 2.5 and 3 million, you're okay. You can live off that. You've done it a very long time. And you're going to go within a holding pattern to try and keep those people where they are. That becomes your main focus, so you don't take risks. However, if the audience grows for the entire wrestling industry, and you see that there are more people watching in all these new pockets, and they have different interests, different likes, different tastes, it allows you to take risks to go after those demographics because you know they're there. And I think that is what is sorely missing from wrestling right now. We'll see. Sorry if you notice a little pause there, because there was a pause, because I just got my first ever WrestleCrate UK. That's right. Dead on Dave's getting WrestleCrate UK. Holy crap. You guys know that I used to do unboxings on the channel. We used to do Nerd Block and all that stuff. Now it's WrestleCrate. And guess what? For the first one ever, we are going to do a live unboxing tonight during the show. I'm going to talk about all kinds of different things, take your guys' calls, your questions, and all that stuff right here on Dead on Dave Live. But I'm also going to do a live unboxing of my first ever WrestleCrate UK. It's not regular WrestleCrate. It's the UK version, so it's different objects. So if you think you know, you don't know. WrestleCrate UK, baby. It's here. Oh, thank you. All right. So you got my opinion and everything on this whole situation with the WWE Network and all these people coming in, these indie promotions coming in. So it's a good thing. So that's all I got. Thank you very much for joining me right here on Dead on Dave Productions. I hope you guys like, subscribe, and share, man. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it around. Share it around. And make sure tonight that you're not only checking me out here on Dead on Dave Live when I do my live show later, but you can also get your fill of Dave over on Tommy C's SFTP. That's right. Tommy C's SFTP. It's a new channel. It used to be Shot from the Point, but now it's Tommy C's SFTP. I'll be there for Shot from the Point Dead. We may or may not have Colossal's Crazy to talk about the latest baited podcast, which is Insanity Balls. It's so good. Oh, it's fascinating. Fascinating is probably the best word. Fascinating. Check out the new baited. Check out my show later on where we'll be doing a unboxing of my first ever Wrestle Crate. Check out Tommy C's SFTP, all of that good stuff, and so much more. Jeff the Huff Huffman, Grand Slam 87, and all of that. Too Tall, he's back. Check him out. And you know why? Because it's really simple. As always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends like all those guys. We'll see you next time. Keep it copious, and peace.